Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is catching up on all of the latest tea and gossip from our favorite ladies over in Beverly Hills, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel and share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And also, just a quick reminder in addition to pop culture and reality TV, we also do self-care, wellness, and self-love on my channel, so check out those videos. And also check out everything in the description box down below. We have a self-love courses, we have a podcast, we also have our self-love journal to pick up as well. So we have a ton of stuff. And join the newsletter. That is where you'll get some really fun goodies. So without further ado, let's dive right on in. So I'm going to go through a bunch of latest news and updates with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and then stick around because then I'll take your candy cane questions and comments. So first up, you guys, Kyle. So Kyle Richards is debuting her new body and her weight loss. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Kyle Richards is getting into great shape as she prepares to begin filming on season 13 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Weeks after Kyle's husband, Mauricio Umansky, appeared on Carlos King's podcast, where he teased her, quote, sexy new look and revealed she's been working out every single day, Kyle took to her Instagram story to share an updated look of her at her physique while wearing a black bra and panty set. Yeah, like this is not even a bikini. She is just straight up in her underwear, being hella thirsty. Like a couple of things. Is she trying to be the new Lisa Rinna? And what I mean by that is, remember how Lisa Rinna used to always be on her TikTok and on her Instagram, just in her underwear and dancing and half naked? This is giving me Lisa Rinna vibes. Like if you kind of covered Kyle's face and just posted this is giving Lisa Rinna vibes. Also, it's giving, like, I think she's older than midlife. It's giving post midlife crisis breakdown situation going on. I am concerned. I'm not the girl that's like, oh, you look good. This is hot. You're sexy. You're losing weight. I'm concerned. She's also getting tattoos, multiple nose jobs. What's really good, Kyle? What's really good? I am concerned. Okay, but let's keep going. So then it says, along with the January 15th post, Kyle included Pitbull's single Fireball. I don't know what that is. In December, Mauricio opened up about his wife's fitness journey. She's doing a lot of walking and getting herself into shape, Mauricio revealed. I'll tell you, when you guys see her, you've never seen a better, sexier Kyle than on next season. She's in such good shape. Yeah, is she getting into such good shape because there is the rumor that you're having sex with her thinner friend, bonier friend, Ding Dong Dorit? Is that what's going on? Let's not forget, Dorit, money well spent. And again, I'm not body shaming anybody, but Dorit used to be a lot heavier. She had a different face. She had different hair. She had a different body type. I should have got a photo of, I should have got a before and after of Dorit. I'll do that on another live. I'll do a before and after of Dorit. But Dorit has gotten, in my opinion, obviously a nose job, hair, face fillers, Botox, liposuction most likely, because Dorit's whole body is very, very different. And I think that Kyle is trying to keep up with Dorit, given all of the allegations that her husband, Mauricio, is having an affair with her. I personally don't think Kyle looks good. I don't think this is a sexy Kyle, a fit Kyle. To me, this is desperate. To me, I'm worried. I'm concerned. Is there a problem? Working out every single day is not healthy. In the past, she has suffered from an ED. She said this herself. I'm concerned. I don't think this is sexy. I don't think this is hot. I don't think this is a good look. It's giving I'm having a breakdown. It's giving my husband is sleeping with my best friend who's really, really thin because of plastic surgery. It's giving I took the Ozempic, whatever the heck it's called, shot. I don't like it. It's giving desperado to me. Okay, doesn't look good. All right. And days later, along with a couple of photos of herself at the gym, Kyle told fans, one of my goals for 2023 is to take my fitness to the next level. And she added that the gym of her 8.25 million home Encino home is where you can find me in the foreseeable future. Again, Kyle, you live in Encino. You don't live in Beverly Hills. Dorit lives in Encino. She doesn't live in Beverly Hills. Anyway, I just want to put that out there just because. In another recent photo shared to her Instagram story via All Things Bravo Reality on Facebook, Kyle gave fans a peek at her latest tattoo, which reads 111, which the fan page revealed is considered an angel number in numerology. Again, Kyle, you're spiraling. This is like her 4th tattoo in under a year. That's a lot. She got her like 6th nose job, the weight loss. It's a lot. I also think 111 is Kyle's birthday. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans may know, Kyle turned 54 on January 11th. Yes, it's her birthday, so she just turned 54. And she teased her new ink while appearing on Amazon Live last week. I have 4, Kyle told a fan who asked how many tattoos she has. Some people only know about 3 because I got a 4th one, but no one's noticed. It's 2 arrows, crossed arrows. I want to get another one on my birthday, which is 111, but I just haven't told anybody yet. Also on Amazon's Live, Kyle responded to Lisa Rinna and Diana's exits from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I will miss Rinna. Don't at me because she fought with my sister last year and all that. I can put those 2 situations in separate places because we did have a lot of amazing times on the show over these years, and Lisa brought a lot to the show over her 8 years of being on, Kyle shared. Regardless of what happened last year, and I have a very strong feelings about what happened last year. Regardless of that, she brought a lot to the show. It's very strange to think she's gone, and I'm not someone who likes change. Kyle, I'm very confused. How in the world can you put aside the fact that this woman called your sister a racist, a white supremacist, a homophobe, and said she had a psychotic break that caused her PTSD? That you want to put aside because you've had some shits and giggles with this woman on a reality show? What planet are you living on, Kyle? Sorry, guys. Where you can even compare the 2. Being on a reality show with this woman who smashed a wine glass in your sister's face, put her hands around your sister's throat, and then your other sister did everything I just said, that you want to put aside because you've had some laughs with her on a reality show? Kyle, bye. This is why you're having this breakdown, because nobody likes you. You're on the outs with everybody in your family because you're a horrible person. Who says that? I can put that aside. Even if, this is the thing, even if I was not getting along with my sister, even if I was not friends with my sister, there is no way in hell I would let somebody do to her what you let Lisa Rinna do to your family. It's crazy, and you don't look good. You don't. Just because you lose weight doesn't mean it looks good. This isn't a good look, Kyle. You're looking real wackadoodle. As for Diana, Kyle added, she's pregnant, so I totally understand that. Yeah, right. Lisa Rinna and Dirty Diana Jenkins both got fired, as they should have been. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Do you think that Kyle's, new body, do you think it's sexy, like Mauricio is saying? Or are you like me, and are you like, this is kind of a sad crisis, cry for help, breakdown, she doesn't look good? And to me, it is a response to the allegations that Mauricio and Dorit are having an affair. I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Okay. So with that, let's go to the next one. All right. So up next is a report from Reality Blurb that Crystal Minkoff is returning to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with one of her, quote, 14 friends she had a falling out with. Crystal Minkoff is reportedly returning to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in a full-time role for season 13, and she'll be joined by one of the 14 friends she had a falling out with after joining the series for season 11 in 2021. On the heels of the exits from Lisa Rinna and Diana Jenkins, exit aka firings, who confirmed their departures with statements earlier this month, insiders have revealed that Crystal will be back for the new episodes with a, quote, pal from her controversial friend group. Now, if you guys don't forget, this is actually what Kyle and Dorit and Lisa Rinna and Erica was trying to hold against Crystal, being like, oh, you hold a grudge, all this, that, and the third, because Crystal came on the show as a pick me, right? She was all up their butts, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. But when she said that she didn't feel safe with the girls in the environment, she wasn't feeling validated, she wasn't being heard, they didn't like that because to them, that's language that will get you canceled, right? She's Asian, all the other women are white. That whole situation, they didn't like how she handled the Sutton situation. So when she came on the show being like, you didn't validate my feelings when I felt so violated, that Sutton knocked on my door and gave me my coat back. That's when they flipped and they were like, no, Crystal, we don't roll with you, boo boo. You hold a grudge. You've been known to hold a grudge. You're bringing up stuff from last season. That's why you had a falling out with all of the girls from this 14 friend group. But it's funny because now I think the saving grace for Crystal is this 14 friend group falling out. I think the reason why Bravo is bringing Crystal back, particularly as a full-time diamond holder, is because she's going to be able to bring a pal from this group that she had a falling out with, an actual storyline, actual drama, a real friendship, and a real drama within that friendship that's not manufactured, that's not contrived, that's not made up. It's actually something that went down. So I think it's really funny and ironic that what Rinna and Kyle and Erica was trying to throw in Crystal's face, sorry, that she had the falling out with the women, is now what is actually saving Crystal on the show. Because I don't think Bravo would have brought Crystal back full time without this dynamic, without this drama, without this friend that's a built-in storyline and authentic drama for Crystal. Okay? And also don't forget, Kyle was trying to get Crystal kicked off because in Kyle's wackadoodle mind, she thought that Crystal took her bestie Teddi Mellencamp's spot, which isn't true. Whether it's Crystal, it's not going to be Teddi. So back off, Kyle, lay off. So let's keep going. 1 second. All right. Sorry. On January 13th, Radar Online claimed that one of the 14 ladies who Crystal had issues with after signing on to the series would be part of season 13, but didn't say whether she'd be a diamond holder or a friend. As Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans will recall, this matter was discussed on season 12 before Crystal claimed on social media that it was actually, quote, only 3 people she had a falling out with, noting the rest came back and apologized. Maybe, maybe not, boo-boo. As the outlet explained, Andy Cohen was allegedly heard confirming this news. Allegedly, a certain Bravo host was heard saying that Real Housewives of Beverly Hills begins filming in a few weeks. One of the new housewives is one of Crystal's, quote, 14 friends, seemingly confirming Crystal's return too. Queens of Bravo shared on Instagram this week. That's what's on the screen. Kyle Richards, Erica Jane, Dorit Kemsley, Garcelle Bouvet, and Sutton Streck all are expected to have roles on the upcoming 13th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And while Kathy Hilton was described as being, quote, wishy-washy about her own potential return prior to Lisa Rinna's exit, aka firing, Radar Online suspected that now that Lisa is no longer on the show, she'll reprise her friend role for the new episodes. Of course, Kathy Hilton ain't going nowhere, boo-boo. She's going to come in. She's going to be hunky-dory. She's going to run the show. She's going to gather the girls the way she always has, okay? Point blank, period. On January 5th, months after she decided to quit the show in the season 12 reunion, Lisa revealed the news to the public with this statement to People. This is the longest job I have held in 35 years in my career. I am grateful to everyone at Bravo and all those involved in the series, she shared. It's been a fun 8-year run, and I'm excited to see for what's to come. Days later, on January 9th, Diana took to her Instagram page where she confirmed she also would not be featured in the new season. As many of you know, Asher and I are expecting our second child later this year. You also know that due to many factors, this pregnancy is considered high risk, and I am on doctor-advised bed rest. To that end, I'm not able to devote myself fully to filming the next season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she wrote. I would like to thank Bravo and Evolution for allowing me to focus on my pregnancy and for their support and understanding. I promise to continue sharing my fraternity journey with you. Diana, shut all the way up. I'm going to be honest, I don't care about your fraternity journey. I don't care. Given the allegations against you and the lives that you have allegedly ruined and the trauma you have caused to so many girls and boys and young women and young men, shut the hell all the way up. I don't mean that to the child, obviously. I wish nothing but health and happiness and safety to her child. I don't mean that obviously to a child, but Diana, you can go to hell and shut up. That's just how I feel about you, chick. Just go to hell and shut up. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. It's sickening. We can't just sit around and act like Diana is just some rich woman, having, robo babies at the age of 60. Like, that's normal. It's not. But again, nothing to the child. But I can't get over the allegations. I can't. They're disgusting and they're nasty. And it is what it is. Bye, Diana. Go away. Go all the way down to hell. We don't care. Now, Crystal, boo-boo baby, now that you have been saved, now that you have this Hail Mary, because don't forget, right? Crystal basically said at the reunion that the group of women were mad at her and stopped talking to her when she got the show because there were women in that group who were being courted for the show. Now, Kyle's beef with Crystal was that Crystal was being two-faced and backstabby. And I believe this, actually. So this is what Kyle's tea was. Kyle said, yes, you were in a group with these girls, and some of you were being interviewed for the show. And Crystal would go to the girls and be like, oh, I would never do a show like that. You would do the show? Oh, but like, aren't we like wealthy? Aren't we wives? Like, don't we have class? Isn't that beneath us? Like, Crystal would go around to the other girls who were being courted for the show and try and put a seed in their ear not to do the show in order to up her odds of getting chosen. And then when Bravo picked Crystal, obviously she said yes. So Kyle basically was just like, you were being two-faced as hell. You're saying to all the ladies, oh, I would never do the show. It's so beneath us, right? But the whole time, Crystal behind the scenes was trying to get on the show. And that was the issue that the women had with her, that she was being two-faced. Like, oh, so you talked me out of doing the show to give you better odds of getting on the show. So you backstabbed me, and that's what the issue was. I believe it. Because I don't think Crystal is as innocent and as like, oh, you guys, I'm just some millennial making cocoa water. No. Crystal didn't get to where she is being meek and humble. I believe it. I think Crystal was saying to those chicks, oh, it's so beneath us. And the whole time she had Bravo and Evolution on speed dial being like, what's my call time? Let's go. I believe it. Think about how she threw Sutton under the bus, made up lies about Sutton. Think about how she was such a pick-me to Erica and Lisa Rinna and to Kyle until they didn't pick her. And then she had to go back over to Garcelle and Sutton begging for forgiveness to be on their side just to have an ally. She's a flip-flopper and a social climber. And I believe it. I think she really was being shady as hell and to get on the show. And I think that's going to come out in this upcoming season when they bring one of those girls on. She's going to be like, you played me. You made me feel like the show was beneath me in order to get your spot. That's what I think the real beef is. That's what I think the real falling out was. So I want to see what's going to happen with that. But also, Crystal, you have to actually show up. One thing I'm going to agree with Lisa Rinna on is you're going to have to work. Okay, you're going to have to work. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to show up. You're going to have a point of view. You're going to have an opinion. You're going to have to get your hands dirty. You're going to have some luxury and decadence. But sitting around the table and just pouting like a little girl in your baby doll dresses isn't going to cut it. Not anymore. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Are you excited that Crystal is returning? Are you excited that she's a full diamond holder? Are you looking forward to seeing what the beef is with her and this group of 14 women? Do you think the feud between Crystal and Kyle is going to continue? Or do you think Crystal is going to be back to her pick-me ways and really suck up to Kyle? Or do you think Kyle doesn't have any allies left? She's going to be the one sucking up to Crystal and all of the others ladies. So put it down below. Let me know what you guys think, okay? So with that, let's move on to our next topic. All right, you guys. So this one is from Reality Blurb, and it says Teddi Mellencamp calls Lisa Rinna a, quote, loose cannon amid Real Housewives of Beverly Hills exit. Shares what pissed her off about LVP's tweet and why cast should be, quote, shaking in their boots. Look, Teddi, all I have to say to you is shut up. You're still not on the show. You're still not getting your diamond back, but thank you for the content. Let's go. Teddi Mellencamp believes social media had a lot to do with Lisa Rinna's recent exit from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Her firing, let's call a thing. Before revealing what, quote, really pissed her off about the tweet Lisa Vanderpump shared on the heels of her former co-star's departure and explaining why she believes the remaining cast members should be, quote, shaking in their boots. Teddi wondered if Rinna's antics on Instagram put an end to her 8-year run on the Bravo reality series. I'm sad this happened, Teddi admitted on the January 6th episodes of Two Teas in a Pod. I feel like we don't know the full extent of what happened, but I do know she's given us great television for a lot of years, and some of the moments that will live in Housewives forever, and Twitter won. You're damn right, Twitter won, because we are the audience. We are the ones who are paying the bills. We are the ones who put money in it. Without us, without the viewer, without the engaged audience on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, without us, there is no ratings. Without ratings, there is no advertisers. Without advertisers, there is no money. So if the people who are putting money in the pockets of Bravo, putting money in the pockets of NBC says we have had enough, you're damn right we won, because we have had enough. Because we are putting our money where our mouth is. NBC and Bravo are listening to us because we are the ones who pay them. Our money pays NBC. Our money pays Bravo. All of the executives, all of the producers, all of the writers, all of the PAs, all of the interns, Andy Cohen, all of the cast members. We pay them, not the other way around, you idiot. Teddi it, whatever it is. So you're damn right we won because we pay them, okay? We pay them. So they have to listen to us at the end of the day. So you're right, we won. And we do know what happened. The part that we don't know what happened is we know Lisa Rinna got fired. I don't care how much they want to spin this. She got fired. But I want to know, did something come out with the Botgate investigation? That is what I really want to know. That to me is the burning question because we're not stupid. We're not idiots. We have our candy cane critical thinking hats. We know Lisa Rinna was leaking stuff to the press and to the media and to content creators, and that also pissed Bravo and NBC off. We know Lisa told a lot of lies and was very diabolical, but I think what really put the nail in the coffin was Botgate. And have you noticed that has gone dead silence? We haven't seen, Garcelle hasn't said a word about her investigation. Dirty Diana Jenkins got fired and now she's quiet and just talking about her baby. Bravo hasn't said anything about it, neither has NBC. And I'm like, why? Why has it gone completely silent? I think they figured out either who paid for the bots, whose idea it was, who the connection was. And I think it went back to Erica, Lisa Rinna, and Diana. But I think Erica is saved because of the Tom Girardi fraud case and all of that stuff. They don't want to let her go because they want to milk that for ratings and all of and storylines. And also, I bet you Erica was able to just say, yeah, I knew about it, but I didn't participate in it. I think Diana bought them, and I think Lisa Rinna was the mastermind. And I bet you Erica threw Lisa Rinna under the bus. She told me, but I didn't participate in it. It wasn't my idea. You know, I didn't have anything to do with it. You know, I bet you anything Erica threw Lisa Rinna under the bus. And this is also my prediction. I said this before. I think there are going to be cracks in Erica and Lisa Rinna's friendship. And I think it's going to play out on social media since it can't play out on the show because Lisa Rinna is banned from even being a cameo or try to be a friend of. Like, she's not allowed to film with them at all. I think it's going to play out on social media, but I don't see Erica Jane and Lisa Rinna's friendship, quote, alliance lasting. I think Lisa Rinna is going to be very bitter and very pissed off that she did all the dirty work and she's the one that got fired when Erica was right there with her, like in lock and step, and she got to keep her job. Because Erica did all the dirty work, the same exact thing Lisa Rinna did. They were in it together. Lisa Rinna even said it in the interview she did with Interview Magazine. She goes, me and Erica's behavior was very similar, but why am I the one being singled out? I think we're going to see cracks in that friendship, and I think that it's going to get very, very dirty, and I'm here for it. I am absolutely here for it. All right, but let's keep going. Okay. Although Teddi acknowledged that Rinna is hardly a wallflower, she pointed out that she filled a crucial role on the show. She's a loose cannon, which is what you want to watch, Teddi noted. Teddi then looked back on the moment in which Rinna removed a number of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills related posts from her Instagram page and blocked several bloggers from following her account. I wonder if partially thought she was doing it to herself, she suspected. Remember when all of that stuff was taken off social media and she blocked all the bloggers, but I can understand needing to block yourself from that noise. No, Teddi, she blocked all the bloggers because she didn't want to get exposed that she was leaking information, particularly about Kathy Hilton, to the bloggers. But they had already taken the screenshots. That Kristen Gray Snow guy and other bloggers, they'd already taken the screenshots and outed her. And they were like, unblock us, we already have the screenshots. She deleted all that because that was during the time when the Patrick Summers stuff was coming out, when all of the stuff was coming out. She didn't want to be implicated in the mess and leaking stuff to the bloggers and the press. That's why she blocked them, because she didn't want them to go back and get screenshots. But sweetie, they already got the screenshots. They already had the receipts. That's why she blocked people on Instagram. But let's keep going. Dun, 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 dun. Since Rinna confirmed she would not be participating in the upcoming 13th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she and Teddi have done some texting. We were texting last night and going through it, Teddi revealed, but it's not my business if she was fired or quit. Wow. Teddi, way to say she was fired without saying she was fired. I'm surprised Teddi even went there. You know what I mean? She goes, but it's not my business to say if she was fired or quit. That's basically saying, I don't want to call my friend out, but she was fired. She wants to say she quit, let her say that, but I'm not going to say it either way. Because if she actually quit and that was the truth, why wouldn't Teddi just say she quit? If that's what Lisa's saying, why wouldn't she say that? See, people always telling themselves, but we already know that. She got fired. It's all good. During their chat, Teddi asked Rinna if she had a message for her fans. And without skipping a beat, the always busy Rinna encouraged Teddi to promote her new wine line. Moving on to Vanderpump's Ding Dong post on Twitter, which indicated that the witch being dead, Teddi felt the apparent diss went against what Vanderpump has said about the show and her interest in it in the past. What really pissed me off more than anything last night was this tweet. First off, that's what everybody said when she was gone, Teddi noted of Vanderpump's June 2019 exit. And the reason she doesn't have any actual real friendships and the reason she doesn't have any actual real friendships that can be sustained that doesn't even make sense. Can be sustained is because she cares more about likes on Twitter than she does about people. Teddi, shut up. Formulate a sentence first. Secondly, you're just mad that Vanderpump hasn't been on the show for a few years and people still love her. We want her back. The fans want Vanderpump back. And the only people who wanted you back was Kyle, Evil Erica, and Lizard Lisa Rinna, because they knew that they could control you and you would be a mouthpiece for them. You're still mad and you're still bothered. Teddi, let it go. Let it go. If you publicly say, I can't be bothered by all these housewives things anymore, so lame. I'm so above it all. But make the time to comment on Lisa Rinna no longer being on the show. I actually took a deep breath like, Teddi, don't respond to something on Twitter. Teddi continued. I would have been fine with this comment if she would take ownership that she's still invested in the show and looks at Twitter and has time to sit there on her iPad all day long looking at the Twitter comments. Just like you? Teddi, how did you know what she tweeted on Twitter unless you were pressed about her social media presence too? Just say, I'm still obsessed with Vanderpump. I can't get her out of my mind. I dream about her. I count Lisas, to quote Lisa Barlow, I count Lisas at night. Girl, bye, miss me with it. And of course, Lisa Vanderpump is going to have a comment about Lisa Rinna exiting the show, given the way Lisa Rinna treated her. You know, even after the show, posting the pill cake when Lisa Vanderpump's brother unfortunately passed away, you know, through, I don't want to say it, but you know what I mean. He unfortunately decided no longer to be here and made in pills and all that situation. How insensitive is that? You know, Lisa Rinna really tried to destroy Lisa Vanderpump. It was a big reason why she left the show. That whole Lucy Applegoosey BS. So of course, Lisa Vanderpump is going to revel in and celebrate the fact that Lisa Rinna got fired. Why wouldn't she? It's normal. At least she doesn't have an entire podcast dedicated to it, unlike some people, you, Teddi Mellencamp. Anyway, as for the remaining members of the show, which include Kyle Richards, Erika Jayne, Dorit Kemsley, Garcelle Beauvais, Sutton Strack, and Crystal Kong-Minkoff, Teddi said they all, aside from Kyle, who she described as the glue that holds the show together, should be concerned about their own potential departures. Teddi, shut up. Kyle is not the glue that holds the show together. She's not. What storyline does Kyle have? I'll wait. Does Kyle have a personality that's interesting? I'll wait. Does Kyle has one authentic friendship on that show? I'll wait. She's not friends with Garcelle. She's not friends with Sutton. She's not even friends with Ding Dong Dorit. Ding Dong Dorit just uses her to stay on the show and to have access to her husband, Mauricio. Let's call a thing a thing. Erika Jayne, that's not a real friendship. How is Kyle the glue of the show? Teddi, shut up. Shut up, Teddi. Okay, let's keep going. Some of the other girls on the show need to be shaking in their boots because the fact that having to do that dirty work and stir it when everybody else is trying to be everybody's favorite is not a fun job, she shared, adding that without Kyle, there would be a complete separation amongst the group. What are you talking about, sweetheart? There already was a complete separation amongst the group, and Kyle was on the other side. That's why Kyle was a part of the faux Fox 5. Just shut up, Teddi. You make no sense. Teddi also said that Dorit offers a pretty face to the show and and nearly forgot Diana Jenkins, who has since confirmed her own exit, was on it. I love that we don't even need to talk about it, but I would assume that Diana's gone, Teddi stated prior to the announcement. Yeah, just like you, sweetie. We would assume that Dirty Diana is gone. This is the thing. Have we heard anything about Dorit coming back? Have we heard anything from Dorit? Dorit has been real quiet. Dorit has been real quiet ever since the allegations that her home robbery was an insurance scam. She's been real quiet since then. She's also been real quiet since the Mauricio cheating allegations. She's been real quiet since then. So is Dorit even coming back to the show? I don't think we need Dorit to come back in any capacity unless we address the Mauricio rumor. I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more. The only reason why I want Dorit back is I need, on almost like a pathological level, I need to see Dorit and I need to see Mauricio explain the cheating affair. I need them to explain it to Kyle's face. I need them to explain it in the confessional to our face. I need them to explain it to PK's face. Like I need this. I'm like a pathological, I'm just messing around with you guys, but I need it. You know what I mean? To me, that's the only reason to bring her back. Other than that, there's no need to bring Dorit back. She doesn't have a point of view. her personality isn't all that. She's funny sometimes, but I don't know what Dorit brings to the show that is invaluable that we absolutely have to have. I don't think it's there unless she's going to talk about the affair rumors. Other than that, whatever. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about Teddi's, idiotic comments? Her again going after LVP, like keep LVP's name out of your mouth. Another reason why LVP clapped back was because Teddi, don't forget, was the one who was like, "Oh, you told us to have grace when Lisa Vanderpump was grieving. Well, Lisa Rinna's grieving, blah, 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 blah. Teddi, why did you bring Lisa Vanderpump into the conversation? You're so pressed. You're so pressed. Shut up." But I want to know what you guys think about all of this, and do you need to read back or not? Obviously, we want Teddi to shut up. And, this is another thing. I don't agree with the narrative that Teddi and that Lisa Rinna have put out there that the other girls need to get their hands dirty, do the dirty work, and stir the pot. That's what we actually don't want. We want the light. We want light shade. We want authentic, conflict. And by conflict, I don't mean fighting and all of that stuff, but authentic, conflict that you then work through in a healthy, fun vibe way. We don't want another Lisa Rinna. We don't want that energy. So we don't need the women to become her. We need the women to keep doing what they're doing and just judge it up and just have fun and be fabulous doing it. That was the whole thing. We don't want what Lisa Rinna was bringing. So shut up, Teddi. All right, you guys, put that down below on what you think. And then let's move on to our next topic. Okay, now this is Harry Hamlin reacts to wife Lisa Rinna's exit, says she, quote, elevated the show and teases her return to TV. Shut up, Harry. I already know it. Just shut up, Harry. All right. Now, this is according to Reality Blur. So, Harry Hamlin isn't the least bit upset about his wife Lisa Rinna's recent exit from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Side note, of course he's not the least bit upset because he is living in Canada with his boyfriend, allegedly living his best life, and he finally has a good paying acting job, which kudos to that. That's no small feat. He's now on Mayfair Witches, I think, on AMC, and I think that's actually going to be a hit show. So good on him for that. But of course he doesn't care because they're not, she does her, he does him. They're not even living together. He doesn't care. And he was never even on the show unless it was to promote one of his acting gigs. He doesn't care. On Friday, while attending the premiere of his latest film, 80 for Brady, at the Palm Springs International Film Festival, Harry, 71, claimed he and Lisa, 59, are both so happy to be moving on as he vowed the actress will be busy, quote, very soon. He also noted that her departure, which came after 8 seasons, is the right decision. Oh my God, we're so happy about that, Harry admitted to Entertainment Tonight on January 6th. All of our dreams just came true. I'm sure she's going to be busy very soon. Already people are talking to her about stuff. We're busy right now. Put it that way, he teased. Harry, you're trying to save face. You're trying to save face. You're trying to save your reputation. You're trying to save face because you don't want all of the negativity and all of the backlash on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, social media that your wife has to rub on you. But too late, boo-boo. If you guys are wondering, I already did an expose on your toxic marriage and everything that came out about you guys. So we already know. But as we know, Holly Weird doesn't really care about that stuff, so you still have a job. Harry, you're reaching. Just go ahead and live your best life. We get it. Then, during a separate interview with People on Friday, he added, it was the correct decision, the right decision to make at this point after 8 years. It wasn't her decision. She got fired. You don't want to say it, but your wife got fired. It is what it is, Harry. And also don't forget your problematic photos that were circulating during New York Fashion Week with your daughter. I think it was Amelia. It was very weird. It was a very weird thing. It's like if I hadn't known that this was father and daughter, I would have thought it was a sexual couple. And that's the creep factor. Like if you see an image or a picture of two people and your first thought is these two people are having sex, and it turns out that they are father and daughter, that's scary. That's icky. Obviously, I'm not saying this is the situation between them. I want to be very, very clear. I am not making that accusation. I am not saying that. I am just saying that my gut reaction, along with a lot of people, because it was circulating online, it was all over the place. My gut reaction was on a gut level, it was ick. It was weird. It was bizarre. It was inappropriate. So you also are all combining that. So, Harry, you're just trying to save face right now. You're just trying to save face. And Lisa already let it slip that you don't even live with her in your alleged rat-infested house. You don't even live with her. You live in Canada. But let's keep going. I think she took it as far as she could take it, and she elevated the show. Lisa Rinna elevated the show? Harry, I know you're trying to have your wife's back. I know you're trying to save face. I know you're trying to help your reputation. But the audacity of it all to say that Lisa Rinna elevated this show, I mean, it takes delusion to a whole nother level. Like, this is a completely different type of delusion. This is a different type of psychoticness. I can't even. I can't. She elevated the show, cursing at people, yelling at people, threatening at people, saying people have Munchausen's, talking about people's sobriety, breaking wine glasses, threatening to strangle people, threatening to F up people. The whole situation, having racial microaggressions against Garcelle, what she did to Kathy Hilton, what she did to Kim Richards, what she did to Eden, what she did to Yolanda. She elevated the show? How? Quiet as it's kept, she's probably one of the poorest housewives. And I don't say that to financially shame anybody. Because I personally don't want that juju. You know, I'm very, very self-aware, and I'm also very sensitive to not shaming people or putting people down based on money or looks or anything like that, because I don't want that negativity to come back to me, you know? So I'm not shaming you in any way. But when you put yourself on a show that's about the housewife, that's about money and decadence, and you are allegedly 5 mortgages deep, your husband is selling his land in Canada for money, you are saying on the show that you rent your clothes, which I don't think there's anything wrong with. You know, if I'm going to go to a huge fancy event, I might rent some gowns too. I might rent some stuff. Hey, why not? Who cares? You know, I might borrow and rent and all of that stuff. Absolutely. Bring it on. I would love it. Anybody want to rent me some stuff? Let's do it. So when I say that, I'm not shaming anybody because of it. I'm just saying you want to go on this show in front. It's the lying, it's the front, it's the facade, it's the delusion of it all. And then it's the turning around and trying to shame and talk about other people and put other people down about who they are and where they are. That's what it's really about. That's why I talk about them and call them out on their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's keep going. 8 years is a long time to do anything, the same thing over and over again. It's time to move along. And again, discussing Lisa's potential return to the screen, Harry said that his wife is, quote, already talking to studios about getting going on something else. Again, lies, and you tell on yourself. So which is it? Lisa Rinna had posted that she got cast in some movie. Again, she never said the name of the movie. She never said the production company or the studio, the director, her co-stars, any writers. Nothing where we could fact check that this movie actually exists. Now Harry is saying, oh, she's already talking to studios about getting going on something else. Wouldn't he say she's already booked a new movie? Like, if she specifically said, I booked a movie, and he's saying, oh, they're in talks about getting something else going on the screen, wouldn't he just say she's already booked a movie? Wouldn't he just confirm what she said? This is how I know you're lying. He's trying to save face. Oh, she's busy. She's in talks. In talks. Oh, busy. Discussing means that there's actually nothing materialized. If she actually had booked this movie, Harry would have said, she's doing great. She already booked a role in this upcoming rom-com, in this upcoming horror movie, in this upcoming blah, 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 blah. She already booked the role in this movie, but you didn't. You said she's in talks about getting going on something else. Getting going on something else in talks is code for you ain't got nothing going on. That's what it means. Lisa officially announced her exit last Thursday. This is the longest job I've held in my 35-year career, and I'm grateful to everyone at Bravo and all those involved in this series, Lisa said in a statement to People. It has been a fun 8-year run, and I'm excited for what is to come. Prior to the announcement, Harry spoke to the same outlet, admitting that when it came to Lisa's behavior on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she often got herself into trouble. Now, I'm going to read you this statement. And this is going to be the most delusional lies I have ever heard. This is what Harry Hamlin had to say about Lisa Rinna. Clutch the pearls, get your tea. He says, quote, she does her job. Her job is to show up on time, interact with the people on the show in an honest and authentic way. He told people. Her hot button issue, I suppose, is injustice. Or when somebody else is not behaving honestly, she'll call it out. And that gets her into a lot of trouble. But it also helps the show. Harry, what planet are you living on where you think your wife, Lisa Rinna, shows up in an honest and authentic way and that her hot button is injustice when people aren't showing up honestly? When she has sat there and she has lied, manipulated, self-produced, thrown people under the bus, calculated the whole situation. Not only does she lie on other people, but quiet as it's kept, she lied on you. Because in that unseen footage that Bravo finally aired, Lisa Rinna was laughing and admitted that she lied about you caring about how many times Garcelle thanked you for that toxic spaghetti sauce. And Garcelle, if you're listening, I hope you didn't eat that. I hope you threw it away in the trash the same way Lisa Rinna threw your book in the trash. I hope you threw it away and didn't eat that. She probably tried to put some roots on you or something. I don't know. But she lied on you. She's like, oh, Harry Hamlin didn't care. He didn't care. He didn't say anything. I made it up because I wanted to get at Garcelle. I wanted to get at Garcelle. I wanted to get her. I wanted to get at Garcelle. Harry Hamlin didn't care. Harry Hamlin didn't care about spaghetti. So she lied on you for a storyline and to hurt Garcelle. So what the hell are you talking about saying she's authentic and honest and her big injustice is when people don't show up honestly? When she got on the show and lied on you. And you looked embarrassed about it when you were on Watch What Happens Live. So Harry Hamlin, shut up. So with that, I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Do you think that Harry Hamlin is just on one? I think Harry is having a resurgence in his career. He was just in that movie, 80 for Brady. He has his new show on AMC. And for all the things that Harry Hamlin is, I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be unfair. He is an actual actor. He cares about his craft, and he has been a working actor all of this time. So I'm not just going to bash him because of Lisa Rinna and because of his past evil doings. You know, I'm going to be fair. He really is a great actor. He is. He's a really good actor, and he has been booked and busy, and he has been a working actor for decades. So I'm going to give Harry that. I'm not going to just, bash and be biased. I'm going to give him his flowers for that. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. And what do you think Lisa Rinna's next move is? This is what I think. I think Lisa Rinna is going to do a podcast, and she's going to write a book. That's what I think her next moves are. She's going to do a podcast and write a book. But put it down below what you guys think. Because I want to hear. So with that, let's move on to our next topic. Now, this is the feud we didn't know we needed. Okay? This is the feud we did not know we needed. This is... Hold on. this is Kyle Richards and Reza. Now, I am going to be listening to this for the first time along with you guys. So this story we are going to break together. But this is the feud we didn't know we needed. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a fan of Kyle, but I'm sure as hell not a fan of Reza. I think he's evil. I think he's really mean. I think he's very conniving. I don't like him one bit. Now, let me know if you guys can hear this. I'm going to try and play the portion from when Reza was on Watch What Happens Live. I'm going to play the clip. Let me know if you guys can hear it. And then we'll go through the article that's on page 6. And I'm breaking the story with you guys, so we're gonna go through it together, okay? Let me know if you can hear. Wait 1 second.
This is gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
Okay, good. I like that.
In advance.
So now, who you think is the most overrated Real Housewife?
This is gonna get me in a lot of trouble.
Okay, good. I like that.
In advance, Kyle Richards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ooh. Sorry, Kyle.
All right. So that was it. I hope you guys heard that. So it says, Reza Farhan is ready for Kyle Richards to move on from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but she has other plans. The Shaws of Sunset alum didn't hold back on Sunday when Andy Cohen asked him on Watch What Happens Live to name the most overrated star of the Real Housewives franchise. This is going to get me into a lot of trouble, so I'm sorry in advance, Farhan 49 prefaced in his answer, but Kyle Richards, sorry Kyle. The real estate agent then shared his idea for the Halloween actress's replacement. Former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member Lisa Vanderpump, with whom Richards has feuded for years. Ding dong, I want her to come back, he joked, referencing to Vanderpump's shady tweet. After nemesis Lisa Rinna quit the show earlier this month, I want to know what's going on in her life. Richards fired back at Farhan on social media on Monday. Richards, 54, took to the comment sections of an Instagram post Monday to slam Farhan. Wasn't his show canceled? And wasn't he the first one voted off on Traitors? She wrote, I can't even be offended. Richard's shades didn't sit right with Farhan, who took a dig at her strained relationships with sisters Kathy Hilton and Kim Richards. My show was canceled, and I was killed first on Traitors, but my siblings and all my castmates still take my calls, he commented back. How are at Kathy Hilton and at Kim Richards 11 doing at Kyle Richards 18? Ooh, burn. Okay, side note, this is the thing. Although I can't stand Reza, primarily because I think that I hope he has some deep therapy. I hope he's really working on himself and his emotional state. But I can't stand Reza. I think he stirs the pot. I think he pits people against each other. I think he lies. I think he manipulates. The biggest reason why I can't stand him is what he did to Mercedes. I think it was the season before last of The Shaws of Sunset, where this is a woman he's known his entire life, calls her his sister. He went and on a rant against her, and he was like, well, the reason why you almost died during childbirth was because you had 14 A words. When someone electively, for whatever reason, chooses to not follow through with a pregnancy. He threw that in her face, and he posted her medical records on social media, and on the show he said that to her. And that's when I was like, I don't care. Reza could adopt 1 million people in this world. He could save the planet. Reza, you're dead to me. The moment you did that to Mercedes, that was so disgusting. This woman almost lost her life. She almost lost her child during childbirth. And you throw that in her face, that she simply was a human being and she made choices about what happened to her own body. You throw that in her face, you're disgusting, Reza. Never in life will I ever forget that. You're disgusting to me. And Mercedes, if you ever listen to this, I don't know why you're still friends with him. I honestly think you need to check yourself. You took him back as a friend to the detriment of your own marriage. That's why you and Tommy might get divorced, because I don't see your marriage with Tommy working out, sweetheart. And I'm Team Tommy on that. This man and his husband let your put your husband and the father of your children in jail for breaking pots. By pots, literally like flower pots. They had him put in jail for that. And because he said he was going to beat Reza and his husband up after what Reza did, then you take him back? Mercedes, if Tommy divorces you, and I do not wish this, I don't wish the demise of any family or marriage. But if he does, I understand why. I get it. And to be honest, I would have divorced you a long time ago. You're not going to be married to me and allow your friend to put me in jail because I was defending you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Tommy deserved better. Justice for Tommy. Mercedes, you were dead wrong. Reza threw you under the bus. I mean, I don't know how as a woman you took him back as a friend and put your own marriage on the line for that. I don't get it, but girl, do you, boo-boo. It's your life, but if you and Tommy get divorced, I'm Team Tommy. Sorry, let's get back on it. But that's why I can't stand Reza. However, in this particular situation, I agree with Reza. I agree. I do think, I'm not going to say Kyle is the most overrated housewife ever, because I think a lot of them are overrated. I think they throw around this iconic moment a little bit too much. I don't put Kyle in an icon category. I just put her in she's been around. If you're talking about time, yeah, she's been around a long time, but I don't think she's iconic. I don't think that she is, I don't think she should be, this great housewife. She doesn't bring anything to the show. Absolutely not. So I agree. She's very, very, very overrated. Also, isn't Turnabout fair play? Isn't Turnabout fair play? And I'll explain what I mean by that. Wasn't it just a couple of weeks ago where Kyle's husband, Mauricio, was in the same exact hot seat on the same exact show, Watch What Happens Live, with the same exact host, Andy Cohen, who asked him a very similar question? Who is the rudest housewife? And didn't your husband, instead of saying, oh, all the housewives are nice, or you know what, it's between the women, I'm a husband, I stay out of it, instead of doing that, didn't he say LVP? Didn't he say LVP was rude and mean and this, that, and the third? Didn't he throw her under the bus? So Turnabout is fair play. Now you're all in your feelings when somebody calls you overrated, but you had no problem with your husband calling another woman rude and mean and going for LVP. Keep LVP's name out of your mouth. And then you're all in your feelings because Reza said, let's bring back LVP and get rid of you. Turnabout's fair play. If your husband could get on the same exact show and tear down Lisa Vanderpump with the question, then Reza can get up there and tear you down. Turnabout's fair play. You didn't have a problem with it when your husband did it to her, but now you have a problem when Reza does it to you. Next time, tell your husband to keep other women's name out of his mouth. And then maybe you would have a leg to stand on. And Reza actually has more of a leg to stand on because he's another Bravo celebrity. Mauricio is by association. He's a husband of. But Reza is actually a full-time cast member. And yes, Songs of Sunset got canceled because Mike got arrested for DV and all of that stuff. Even though I can't stand Reza, him and Mercedes and Gigi, I think, are actually working on their own spin-off show. So he's still on Bravo and he still has a show. So be careful, Kyle, because you may not shortly. All right, let's keep going. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star said she wasn't, quote, offended by the Songs of Sunset alum's opinion. Really? Then why are you clapping back? Why are you saying anything? You were all in your feelings, Kyle. You were all in your feelings. Girl, bye. Stop lying. You were offended. You were bothered. You're in your feelings. Many fans sided with Farhan, calling the Real Housewives of Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip alum boring. I agree, and to me, her storyline is like boring. I guess that's why she has to resort to instigating. One user commented, "Her storyline for years has been Kim. Then it was Kathy. She has always lacked a story. 100%. What storyline does Kyle Richards have? Oh wait, and she doesn't have the personality because that's what it takes to actually be a good housewife. You need one of two things, if not both. You need a storyline, like an Erica Jane with the whole fraud stuff, or you need a personality like a Garcelle, where you can just show up and your energy is fun. You read and you shade and you laugh and you kiki. You know, Garcelle could not have a storyline, but her presence is a fun. We just like seeing her on TV. You know, like Nene. You know, Nene has storylines and personality in her heyday. You know what I mean? Before the ego got to her, she just showed up and she was a fun time and she was a good kiki. You know, same with other types of housewives. You either have a compelling storyline where we're invested in what's happening in your life, or you have that personality where you show up and you're a good time and you're fun, right? Like a Sonia Morgan, right? Sonia may not have a storyline, but I love watching Sonia. She's fun, she's laughing, she's drinking, she's up in the air, it's whatever it is. She's on one, and I love watching her, you know? Karen Huger on Potomac. She could have a storyline or not have a storyline. I just like watching Karen. She's funny, she's engaging, she has read, she has shade. She's a fun time, she's fun to watch. And that's what you need for a housewife. Either somebody who has something really going on in their life and it's a great storyline and we want to know what is going to happen, and that's why we continue to watch. Or they have that personality where they show up and they're engaging and they're a good time and they're a good kiki. That's really what it takes to be a good housewife. And I don't think Kyle has either of those. I think Kyle, it's kind of nepotism. And what I mean by that is the show was supposed to be about Kathy, Kim, and Kyle. Kyle was kind of the spare. You know, Kathy was the Hilton, and then Kim was sort of like the child actress, and like, let's see what happened to her as an adult, right? Because Kim used to be that girl back in the day. And Kathy obviously is freaking Kathy Hilton. And then Kyle was their sister. And that would be interesting. She got to stay on the show because of who she was related to. She kept saying, I'm Paris Hilton's aunt. I'm Kathy Hilton's sister. That's nepotism. Do I think Kyle Richards would have been on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as an OG or at all if it had not been who she was related to? No. Who the hell knew? Who cares about Mauricio Umansky? Mauricio Umansky only has the agency because of nepotism as well. Because Kyle was married, because Kathy was married to Rick Hilton, and Rick Hilton put Mauricio on at Hilton and Highland. That's also nepotism. Because you are related to me, I'm going to give you an advantage. You have privilege and access and influence that you would not normally have if it were not for who you were related to. That's nepotism. So Kyle would not even be around if it wasn't for Kathy and Kim. Because I don't really know that anybody was really checking for Kim Richards like that. She is boring. She is. Her daughters are cute and it's a fun time. Yay, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm not invested. I don't care. What does she have going on? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Lisa Vanderpump made Kyle Richards interesting through her friendship. Kathy Hilton made Kyle Richards relevant through their feud. Kim Richards made Kyle Richards relevant through their feud. Without these other people, she doesn't have her own storyline, and her personality is not enough. I don't want to sit around and just look at Kyle and talk to Kyle. So let's keep going. Yes, give me LVP over Kyle any day of the week. Heart, another fan chimed in. Others, however, took Richard's side, noting that she is the face of the show as the only Real Housewives of Beverly star to appear in all 12 seasons so far. Like I said, nepotism. She's just been around longer. That doesn't mean anything. Kyle is Beverly Hills, and no one can take that from her. Even those LPV stands, sorry, Kyle is the original OG, one person wrote. We already went over that. Thoughts are that Reza is trying to stay relevant and be a state assassin, but his attempts are being cringe, another commented. Now, I'm not a Reza fan, but he told no lies this time. He told no lies. The back and forth comes after the end of a very tumultuous season 12 and subsequent cast changes. Lisa Rinna and Diana Jenkins both announced earlier this month that they will not be returning to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because they both got fired. Dun 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 dun. While Jenkins 50 cited her quote high-risk pregnancy as the reason for her departure, no chick, you were fired. Rinna 59 claims she effing hated her final season due to her feud with Hilton and the backlash that came along with it. Basically, you're mad that you got exposed. You tried to be the puppet master behind the scenes, you tried to be the assassin from this side, and you got exposed. Since neither of the ladies' replacements have been announced yet, only time will tell if Farhan will get his wish. Now, this is the thing. I would love to have LVP back. I would. I really, really would. I would love to have her back. I would. But I want to know what you guys think. You know, are you on Reza's side, which I can't believe I'm saying it. I am. I think he's right. I think that Kyle is very overrated. I think it's all nepotism. Or do you think, no, Kyle's an OG. She's a staple of the show. We have to have her. Wah, wah, wah. And do you want LVP back? I know I do. So put your questions down below. And are you checking for the spinoff that Reza and Gigi and Gonessa are allegedly filming or in? Are you checking for that spinoff? And what are your thoughts? I watched Shahs of Sunset and I was ready for it to end. I thought it was also going to a very dark, creepy place. But I'm not a fan of Reza for how he did Mercedes and all of that stuff and just who he is. But on this one, I'm Team Reza. So comment down and put it down below. And now, if my voice stays with me, here is the last thing I wanted to talk about. If you can't read the screen, don't worry. I'm going to read it for you. But this is Lisa Rinna at it again with her troll account, Baddie at Woke Stan. Lisa Rinna, you're fired. Keep Garcelle's name out of your mouth. Why do you continuously try to go for Garcelle? Let me break it down and let me read everything because I know it might be really small. So I'm going to read through everything and we'll walk through it all together. Now, this is from her account, Baddie at Woke Stan. The caption says, let's see if Sutton and Crystal are going to call out Garcelle for being a hypocrite after she unfollowed and threatened Oliver's wife for posting this after he cheated on her. Hashtag Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Hashtag Moral Compass. Okay. Then they posted a screenshot of Samantha for Saunders. That is Oliver's, I think, estranged wife. Like, I know that they're still legally married, but I don't know if they have separated or if they're not separated. I'll just say Oliver's wife to keep things easy. Oliver's wife. This happened months ago. It's like, so we're bringing stuff up that happened. Well, I mean, honestly, I talk about stuff that happened last year on the show, so I can't really talk. But anyway, she's bringing the screenshot from months ago. This is what Samantha had posted about Garcelle's son, Oliver, filming for Vanderpump Rules. The screenshot that she posted was a text exchange between Oliver and Samantha. So Oliver says, I would pray you know me enough that this never happened and you would defend me that this is false. That's Oliver. Then she says, the S word, at least nobody takes somebody in a cuckoo house seriously. Shake my head. He goes, wow, really? Then the caption goes on to say, and this is coming from Samantha, who's Oliver's wife. I have been told to stay silent, divorce, at I am Oliver Saunders. Since Oliver has started working for at Vanderpump Paris, he has disrespected me and my kids in every way possible. He has made jokes about my mental health and thoughts of not being here anymore with coworkers, the S word, you guys know what I mean. he has committed adultery with co-workers and guests of the restaurant. I have found out he has made out with Raquel while filming at Lisa Vanderpump and plans to restaurant. I have found out blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on. And continue to date and plans to continue to go on a date with Raquel while filming. He continues to lie to me and say he wanted to work on things, but behind my back continue to talk bad about me and disown being a stepdad. When I met Oliver and fell in love with him, I had no idea the demons he was battling because I loved this man and saw everything he was capable of, and I stayed and trusted him. I stayed silent and helped him behind closed doors and never talked bad about him or blasted his secrets. I helped this man get back on his feet after fighting a strong addiction and battling in the courts. I financially supported this man and all the kids off of one income while he was getting clean. I worked extra paid for all his studio time with music, podcasts, video shoots, etc. Once he got his job, I decided to pursue real estate, trusting he was going to support me like I did to him. Instead, this man has left me in thousands of dollars of debt and in financial struggle. My family will now need the time to heal from all this pain that we have been through publicly and behind closed doors. Please keep us in your prayers. Yes, I have the receipts of everything. Okay, this is the thing. Lisa Rinna, I thought kids was off limits. You want to talk about hypocrisy? I thought kids was off limits. Didn't you say that you had a pact with Garcelle? You guys shook hands and that kids were off limits. Didn't you send a threatening letter from your legal team to Garcelle because what she did was literally just recap a scene from an aired episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills that had Amelia in it, and you made her remove that from her book because your lawyers got involved? And Garcelle, I'm sorry, Garcelle, I love you, but Garcelle was dumb enough to actually listen to you and take it out of her book? Because if it was me, child, you have to sue me all day long. I legally have the right to recap a scene I personally was in that aired on a show in my memoir. So you're going to have to show me the law. You're going to have to show me where it stipulates in the law that I did something illegal. Other than that, you can go all the way to hell. Garcelle, I love you, but you were dumb. I wouldn't have taken it out. I would not have kowtowed to this chick. And then you turned around and threw her book in the trash. And then had your lackey Erica Jane posted on Instagram and Twitter and all that, throwing her book in the trash. I thought kids were off limits. Is Oliver not Garcelle's child? Is that not her kid? I know Oliver is an adult, but guess what? So is Amelia. So is Delilah. They're older than 21. They're all adults at this point. Some people say adult is 18. I think it's 21 personally. They're over 21, so they are adults. And you could say Oliver chooses to film. Guess what? So did Delilah. So did Amelia. So all the children in question are grown adults. All of the children in question have both opted to film the show. So yet you want to say that Garcelle is a hypocrite, but yet you're going after her child when I thought kids were off limits. Shut up. And what does any of this have to do with Garcelle? If I am Garcelle and she chose to unfollow a woman who was spreading all of this stuff out there, then let her do it. Who cares? Who would not take their own child's side in a situation? And the last time I checked, Oliver only had one biological child with her, and the rest of the children are from other relationships. Now, I'm not saying that still doesn't affect the children, that they have someone in their life. You know, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother conversation. We can't talk about all of the issues all the time. So I'm going to keep the issues to reality TV Beverly Hills situation, okay? And it also seems like Samantha is in on it. And by in on it, I mean she's talking about this while they're filming, while they're doing that. To me, this screams promo for the show. Because just like you, Lisa Rinna, a lot of people will leak stories, will fake beefs, will fake conflict for likes, clicks, and views and ratings. To me, this screams premeditated. She's in on it, trying to probably get her own spot on Vanderpump Rules. She can come in as the disgruntled, estranged wife. This is, to me, this was nothing but a promo. It was nothing but a promo. And what does it have to do with Garcelle? Is it Garcelle's fault Oliver was allegedly unfaithful? No, he's a grown man living his life. So shut up, Lisa Rinna. Shut up, baddie, in all of this. Leave Garcelle alone. Keep her name out of your mouth. When you talk about hypocrisy, you got to look in the mirror. Because like you said, Lisa Rinna, I thought kids were off limits. But now you're coming for her child, right? Bringing up Oliver into this. I don't think Garcelle threatened anybody. And quiet as it's kept, Garcelle actually publicly, to my knowledge, check me on this, hasn't even addressed it because Garcelle doesn't address anything. For better or for worse. On social media, she doesn't. The only time she addressed something was when it came to Botgate and her son Jax, and she talked about that. But she never clapped back at Diana for going after her. She never clapped back at you guys for going after her. She keeps it classy. And she doesn't clap back on social media, so we know you're lying. Absolutely ridiculous. You got fired. Just sit down, eat the crow, have several seats, start your podcast, write your book, and shut up. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you like me and you think, you know what, Lisa Rinna, just shut up and go away? This has nothing to do with Garcelle. You're actually the hypocrite bringing her child into the discussion, into what is going on. Or do you think, no, it's okay for her to do this? I can't even come up with an opposite of that. But I want to know what you think. Put it down below. And with that, you guys, I'm going to drop the link in case anybody wants to come up and talk. And I will also take some of your candy cane question and comments as well for a little bit, for as long as my voice will let me. I dropped the link if anybody wants to join. But now let's take some of your candy cane questions and comments. I'm just going to start a little way up. So if I missed any of your comments, I'm sorry. I'm just going to randomly start somewhere and go from there. So I'll just start here. Barbara says, shots fired. Good one, Reza. I can't stand him, but I have to agree with him 100% on this one. Me too. Hey, Eileen. Every time you mention their ages, I'm reminded how stunted they are with their childish social media feuds. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane how, Fox says Reza can be cruel too. Yep. Hey, Artbid 1993. Right, Mo. No one cares about what's going on in Kyle's life. We already know it pretty much. I want to know what's going on in Lisa's life. I agree. I would love, because that's the thing. Lisa Vanderpump has storylines, like what's happening in her life with like her restaurants and all of that stuff. And then even more so than a storyline, I think Lisa Vanderpump has the personality. Like, she's just fun to watch. You want to see her on the screen. You want to hang out with her. That's what she really brings to the show. Foxy says he was mean to her. I agree. Yes. Barb says Reza can be very cruel, 100%. Artbid says he's saying what we're all thinking. Exactly. Hey, Joanne, I would love someone to come out with Lisa's secrets. Lisa Rinna secrets or Lisa Vanderpump secrets? Da, da, da. Hey, Eileen, that's incredibly disgusting. Yep. Hey, Barbara, he also put out there in a second season, but MJ was abusing pills, and that's his friend. Yeah, Reza did MJ dirty. Reza took it too far. Yeah, he messed up. Exactly. Hey, Joanne, Candy's right. Thank you. Hey, Barbara says, what? Tommy went to jail? Yes. Tommy went to jail for that. It was like a 72-hour, 48, something like that. But I don't care. Any time in jail is too long. Yes. He went to jail for that, and remember they had a restraining order against him as well. And a part of the follow-up season was them trying to get Reza and Tommy to drop the restraining order against Tommy. Oh, Reza and his boyfriend, whatever the hell his name is. I shouldn't say this on a live, but I actually saw Reza's husband when I was grocery shopping the other day, because Reza doesn't live I think Reza doesn't live that too far from me. I don't want to say too much because his house is like on TV and all that stuff, but I think they don't live. I've seen them around a few times. Anyway, Foxy says, I did not know that about her man. Yep. Hey, Sierra Content. Wow, Shaw's of Sunset is a mess. Never watched that show. It is a mess. It is a mess. There's a lot of appropriation that goes on. It's a hot mess. Hey, Barbara, I didn't watch the last 2 seasons. I have to go back now. But yeah, Fox says Mo said that, I think. Yep. Eileen says, Mo Lizzie is the most overrated housewife. Yep. Mauricio, you mean Maureen Umansky. Mauricio has no room to talk, says Joanne. Exactly. Hey, Jeannie. Kim brought the iconic moments. Amsterdam. She's iconic. I love Kim. Yes. Hey, Kathleen. Kyle is pathetic. She's trying to hang on for her unethical, dishonest, and serial cheater. Very sad. Really. I agree. It is pathetic. It really is. It's like, let me lose all this weight and starve myself and run myself ragged trying to get thin like Dorit because I'm worried my husband is cheating on me. That's basically what it screams. Jeannie says, yes, Kyle is pathetic. Steve C says, the Shaw's cast will do anything to stay on TV. That's why Rega and MJ made up when normal people wouldn't have. Whatever they do, you have to look at it with a side eye. That's a very good point. That is a very, very good point. You know, I definitely think that they were doing it for TV, but you can't sell your soul, you know? Foxy says, I like Sonia too. I love Sonia. Yes, Sarah says Sonia is perfect. Jeannie says, Joanne, we all should be as poor as Kyle. She has way too much money, in my opinion. And her money, you know, Mauricio's has having all of these lawsuits for fraud and stuff. So, funny money, funny money. Joanne says Kyle is boring AF. Eileen says I'm okay with Erica coming back because I really want to see her deflate without Rinna and then get arrested during the reunion. I love that idea, Eileen. I actually love that idea. Yes, yes. Not despair. Fox says, nope, not without Kim R. Exactly. Rinna's face will deflate without money. That's right. I mean, I guess Harry's going to be making those AMC checks. I hope it keeps him afloat. I hope it goes for a long time. We'll see. Jenny says, so true. Joanna's laughing. Eileen says, to be fair, the Hilton sisters were all successful because of their mother. So nepotism was already there. Very true. Very, very true. Yep. Velda says, speak on it. Joanne says, Kyle had to use the I'm the aunt of card. Exactly. Hey, Tobias. Velda says, Kyle is a whiner. She whines, all of that. The aunt of Paris Hilton. Definitely Team Reza on this one. Joanna's laughing. Hey, Tobias. Kyle is not Beverly Hills. Remember how she dressed in the beginning? She had nothing, looking like a clown. The show made her, and she made us think that she's always been. That is true. That is true. Kyle really did not have that much when she started the show. 100%. Hey, Eileen, at Joanne, I want to see the Where Are They Now piece after Erica gets out of jail. I catch up with the raisin-faced Girardi and Turkey Lips Rinna living in a trailer park. Joanne says Kyle is delusional, thinking she's so relevant. Yes. Hi, high-end chicks can't stand Kyle. She wanted to be in Elvie's place and made it happen. She thinks she is. So true. Eileen is laughing. High-end check says can't stand Kyle. Exactly, made it happen. Someone needs to tell her to the face she's not all that. She's not. Yeah, Kyle is a mess. Girl, this is gross to me. It's not attractive. It's not attractive. Like, what is going on? She's turning into the new Rinna with the body. That same weird muscle, like one muscle body. It's bizarre. Fox says he got one kid with that woman. The rest is not Oliver's children. Exactly. Joanne says she did. Yep. See what else. Joanne says, wow. Foxy says Oliver did the wrong thing, but that's not Garcelle's fault. Exactly. And I also think Oliver hooking up with Raquel is also for camera time in a storyline. I don't think it's real and authentic. I think they were trying to save Vanderpump Rules. That's what I think. Because they were basically, I'm going to be honest, they were kind of pimping Raquel out. I don't know if you guys watch Vanderpump Rules. Raquel came on the show as James' girlfriend, then they got engaged, and then they ended their engagement because he was abusive and cheating and all this stuff. And then Raquel went on to make out with Tom Schwartz, and then she made out with Oliver and all this other stuff. I think it's all storyline. I don't think he was actually, quote, cheating with Raquel. I think it was storyline. I think they were trying to make Oliver the new bad boy because they needed to bring somebody in because they fired Jax. They need to be who's hooking up with who's cheating with who. I think it was all storyline. I don't believe for 1 second that Raquel and Oliver genuinely were into each other. I think it was all storyline. Hey Eileen, guess Erica kind of saw through him there. She's mean, but she's not a bad man, but she has a bad man radar. Joanne says Garcelle is a class act. Eileen, Rinna is a walking definition of the word hypocrite, 100%. Fox says Oliver definitely liked Erica. He's got a weird taste in women. Joanne says she couldn't help but talk about her daughter with Scott Disick. That's very true. Foxy says she was proud of your daughter dating Scott. Yeah, very young, dating a 40-something-year-old man with 3 kids. Girl, bye. Eileen says, at Foxy, yeah, he did seem a little too amused. She should have walked away as soon as Erica started her nonsense. I agree. Foxy also says, Eileen, yep, he should have walked away, and I bet Garcelle is not happy about them talking. Probably not. Who would be? Valda said, Rinna is a trolling punk. She needs to keep her puffer lips closed. I agree. Hey, Carolyn. She goes, what does Garcelle have to do with what her grown son does? He is her son, and she'll always love him. So what? Exactly. Like, what did that have to do with anything? What did it have to do with anything? Lots of love says, I still love Rinna though. Oh, okay. Joanne says, run away. Fox says, Rinna can't stand like Garcelle on the show. She can't. She really can't. Hey, Carolyn Mentor, Lips, you told Andy to put you on pause, and that's what he did, only he did it permanently. Yeah, put me on pause, baby. Put me on pause. Well, you got paused, boo-boo. You got paused. You got paused. You got paused. Hey, Juanita, I can't with Rinna the Rhino. Juanita says, Reza is nasty. Yes, he is. Hey, Carolyn. Is it Caroline? Maybe it's Caroline. Lips is probably so ashamed. She thought she was going to take Kathy down and fell into that hole she dug for herself, 100%. She thought she could do to Kathy what she did to everybody else. And Kathy was like, I'm not the one, boo-boo. I'm not the one. And isn't it funny that it seems like Kathy is so much older than Lisa Rinna. I don't know why. Maybe it's maturity. But they're only a few years apart. Housewives Hunter says we should just refer to her as Paris Hilton's aunt from now on. I agree. Foxy says Rinna made a mission impossible for herself. Yep, Foxy's laughing. Hey, Daphne. Hello, everyone. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Foxy. Kyle was a nobody in the start of Housewives, 100%. Veronica says it is true, or Sue. Yep, Tommy Tuck. Yep, 100%. Kyle definitely got some work done. She definitely got some work done. I'm sorry. That was not just being in the gym. Girl, bye. Stop lying. Veronica says Tommy Tuck. Daphne says, oh, no, that is not healthy. No. Yep. Steve C. Vanderpump Rules is semi-scripted. Exactly. Like, I don't think what Oliver was doing was genuine. I think he was doing it for the show, to be on the show, to get the paycheck, to have his 15 minutes. I think he was looking at it as a job, as a role. Hey, Eileen, I don't understand why she posted that picture. I don't either. Like, how does she think this looks good? I don't get it. Foxes hit them likes for our girl Candy. That's right, you guys. If you're having fun, get those likes up, and be sure to subscribe and share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. High-end chick says, Reza, yes, he's absolutely right. I agree. He really is. He told no tales. Juanita says, exactly. Hey, Eileen, Rinna is childish and got stuck in her high school mean girl mindset, which is so sad. I agree. Hey, Rosie K, I'm so happy that Rinna is gone. Let's hope the bullying will stop. I agree with you on that one. And I don't agree with the narrative that her and Teddi and all these other people trying to put out there. Well, who's going to stir the pot now? Who's going to be the mean one now? Who's going to be the villain now? We don't want that. We want the women to show up, have genuine interactions, because life will give you conflict. You know what I mean? Life will give you drama, and that's what's interesting. That's why the Real Housewives of Miami is so interesting. They're not manufacturing anything. They're showing up and living their lives, and it's dramatic chaos, and we're living for it. It's not dark either, even though they're going through dark things, like cheating husband and all of this stuff. The show itself isn't dark. It's still light and it's still fun and it's still a good time because it's genuine and real and nobody's trying to produce it. Nobody's lying and nobody's manufacturing it. Nobody's stirring the pot. The pot just is. And that's the best part. Hey, Patricia, Kyle is probably using Ozempic like the rest of Hollywood. Yep, 100%. I believe it. And that's so scary. Like, ugh. Like, it's not worth it. Like, we don't know what that's going to do to your body. What's the side effects? What's the long term side effects? Like, no, thank you, boo boo. No, thank you. Hey, Carolyn, what will Erica do for a sidekick now? Exactly, especially because now she's allegedly beefing with Ding Dong Dorit. So, who does Erica have in her camp? Do we think she's going to reconcile with Kyle? Because they were on the outs. Do you think she's going to reconcile with Dorit? She was saying her and PK were the next ones to get divorced and talking about their finances. She can't rock with Garcelle or Sutton. Who is Erica gonna have? That's going to be interesting. Foxy says we don't need a villain who's out to ruin other people's lives like Lisa Rinna. Exactly. Joanne says, are Kyle's lips still like Caitlyn Jenner's? That's what it looks like. She looks scary as hell. And like, can she take off the agency hat? Like, we're tired of the agency. We're tired of it. We get it. Let it go. Hey, Barbara, she goes, I love Miami. It's my favorite franchise. Reminds me of the old days on Bravo. I love Miami too. We're doing a Miami recap on Thursday. Yes. So be sure to join us for that. Hey, Rossi K, as a grown woman, we don't need mean women's vibes. Let it just come naturally and it will be fun to watch. Exactly. Foxy says Miami is great. Hey, Carolyn or Caroline, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. What is it that Kyle is using? Never heard of it. Okay, so Ozempic, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, to be honest. It's supposed to be used for people with diabetes and for people who are actually clinically overweight, and it's supposed to help them with not feeling hunger so that they can lose weight quickly in order to get their diabetes under control. So it's actually supposed to be used in a medical sense to actually help people who are diabetic. But I guess, since one of its side effects is quick and drastic weight loss, people in Hollywood, it's been tied to the Kardashians, and other people have been using it and getting shots of it in order to slim down and get skinny really, really fast. I personally think it's really scary. I think it's really dangerous. I think it puts the wrong message out there. And also, what about the people who actually need it? What about the people who really do have diabetes, or about the people who really are overweight in the medical sense? Because just because you're not super, super skinny doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. Doesn't mean you're not healthy, right? Your weight in and of itself is not a reflection of whether or not you're healthy. Your health is a reflection of whether or not you're healthy. There are a lot of very, very skinny people who are not healthy. And there are a lot of people who may be, quote, I don't even want to say overweight, but they're not like super thin or anything, who are perfectly healthy. So your weight is not always an indication of your actual health. Like, I bet you there are a lot of people out there that have meat on their bones that are hella more healthy than what I'm seeing in this photo. You know what I mean? So it's really sad. It's really, really sad. It sucks. Hey, Joanne says, love Miami, me too. Hey, Juanita, that's true. That's scary just to look skinny. Yeah, you're putting your life on the line. You really, really are. It's scary. Hey, Barbara, Sutton will be friends with Erica. I hate to admit that. You might be right on that one, Barbara. You might be right on that one. I wouldn't be shocked if Sutton does become friends with Erica. I would not be shocked. Yep. Fox says, Barbara, oh no, could be so. Yeah, I see that too. I agree. Juanita says, that's true, scary to look skinny. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing to your body. And the message you're sending, right? So what about the people who unfortunately look to these people as role models and they don't have the shot? Are they going to start starving themselves? Are they going to start throwing up? Are they going to have EDs? Like, is that's what's going to happen because they think they need to emulate this crap? It's ridiculous. Hey, Carolyn, why using that could be dangerous? I think it could be dangerous. I think anytime something takes you from one, like any extreme body, it can be dangerous. Not only is it mentally and emotionally dangerous, like that whole thing, in order to be perfect, in order to be lovable, in order to be hot or sexy or attractive or good enough, you have to look like a freaking stick figure. that message is dangerous, but also pumping yourself with medicine that your body doesn't actually need is dangerous. Like if you take insulin and you're not a diabetic, that's dangerous. If you take any type of medicine, too much or too little or whatever it is, that's not actually meant for you and what you're going through, can be dangerous. This is crazy. This is some crazy stuff. Fox says the Kardashians are taking that too. Yup, that's what set the whole trend. That's what set the whole trend. Foxy says that's not healthy. It's really not. Barbara says, at Foxy, I hope not, but it crossed my mind. All right, let's see one thing. Okay. So Patricia said that part, Candy. Yes. Foxy says you could be right. Hey, the gabbing grannies. Why didn't Mercedes press charges on him for posting her medical records? That is federal law violation. It breaks the HIPAA laws. Well, I don't know if it's Reza is not a medical provider. I think HIPAA laws is only to people who are medical providers. Like if your doctor did it, if the nurse did it, if the admin did it, because they are providers, if they did it, then I think that is illegal and violating HIPAA laws. But I don't think that a regular person doing it, it's just wrong and immoral. But regardless, I think Mercedes forgave Reza, A, because she's weak, and B, because she wanted to stay on the show. And it was for the show. But it wouldn't have been me. It wouldn't have been me. So I agree with you, gabbing grannies. It wouldn't have been me. Hey, Celine. Hey, Carolyn. Right. Thanks, Candy. Yes, sweetheart. Hey, M. Wong. Kyle, arrested child in development. Now prolonged midlife crisis. 100%. Hey, Stormy sees today. Teddy's own father called her a drama queen and weak. John Mellencamp knows her better than anyone. He knows she's all about that drama and always whines for attention. That is true. That is true. Her father did say she was fake crying on the show and she was being a drama queen. He did say it. Hey, Robert Foxy, I thought I might be right. Hope I'm wrong. Juanita says, I saw in the news where that drug was hard to find for the people that really need it. Yep, it caused a shortage because the people in Hollywood or the rich people or whatever you want to call it, people, they were buying it up. And because they were buying it up, there was a shortage for the people who actually needed it. And that's also really scary and sad. Hey, Foxy, Teddi had a dark, depressed attitude from the start of the show, a miserable soul. 100%. 100. Hey, Joanne, Juanita, that's what I'm afraid of. Rossi K. Sutton will be friends with Erica, and she will then turn on her to do the one dirty to turn on her doing the dirty work for her, coming across like she's giving her another chance. Hey, Carolyn, they should be working on becoming a good person inside. I meant to say why they treat it because it's dangerous. Why they take it because it's dangerous. Yeah, I agree. It is dangerous. It's very dangerous. Hey, Foxy, if Sutton lets Erica into her friend zone, she is crazy. If Sutton becomes friends with Erica, she's asking for her own demise because Erica is just waiting for a moment to stab her in the back. Is just waiting for them. MJ is afraid Reza because he's the boss of Sunset. Yep. Foxy said, I would never trust a woman like Erica. Me either. Hey, Barbara, Reza has the power to fire people on the shelf. On the show. Yeah. I think it was just to stay on the show. Housewife Hunter, I live close to Reza too. We might be neighbors, Housewife Hunter. If you see me out, say hi. Because I always see Reza and his husband. Anyway. Virgo Vixen says these celebs are using Ozempic for cosmetic reasons and contributing to the shortage for people who need it like me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And you're right. It's causing a shortage for the people who actually have diabetes and the people who actually need the medicine. There's now a shortage of. Exactly. I'm so sorry, Virgo Vixen. Hey, Carolyn, have Andy announced Lisa's replacement yet? No. I mean, not that I know of. From everything I've seen, this is who we know for sure is coming back. Obviously, Kyle Richards, Garcelle, Crystal, and Crystal's friend, Erica. I'm pretty sure we can say Sutton's coming back. And we haven't really heard anything about Dorit. or any other newbie other than Crystal's friend. Hey, Eileen, I actually hate that they take insulin shots, medication that people who can't afford it to actually survive just for vanity. It's just jacking up the prices and people are dying without it. Yeah, it is really sad. It's super sad. Hi, Housewives Hunter. I hate that show and all of them, though. LOL. Yeah, that's why I got canceled. Hey, Foxy, Virgo Vixen, that's so wrong with them when you need the medicine for real. Exactly. Fox says they want to be thin at any price, and sometimes that price is your life. And it's so sad. Foxy says, no, not yet. Yeah, they haven't announced anybody yet. Oof. All right, you guys, we have been on here for over an hour and a half. I'm going to go rest my voice because I'm finally better and I don't want to. I've been talking for over an hour and a half. I got to go rest, you guys. I love you so much. This has been so much fun. As always, down your what's going on in reality. Put it down below. Sorry, that was a weird internet thing. Put it down below. And also, don't forget, you guys, on my channel, we also do self-care, self-love, and wellness content as well. So check out those videos right here on this channel. And down below, we have the self-love journal. You guys should definitely pick that up. I wrote this myself. It's really, really good. And we have courses. We have the Art of Self-Love Masterclass. We have More Than Enough. We have Create Your Dream Life. It's all down there. And also, don't forget to join our newsletter. It's free. Join our weekly newsletter, and you get a free self-love guide when you sign up for it. So check out those things down below as well. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will see you next time. I love you. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.